with Your Highness, the podcast that gives fewer fucks than your bookie gives refunds. Your Highness is the king of the Kush, the baron of blunts, the Caesar of sativa, but really, he's just always higher than Camelback Mountain, hotter than a Scottsdale divorcee, and the sharpest prick I've met since I ran into a saguaro cactus. This ain't for the soft, you pussy. Your Highness's dog doesn't just cover, he bites. Now shut up, log into your account, and let's run this shit up.
Episode starts now.
Welcome back. This is Shut Up and Bet with Your Highness. This isn't some fucking TED Talk your friends listen to, but I do got Ted. I do got TC in on the producer. Now, you can't hear him, you can't see him, but he's going to help me out with pulling up the call-ins. He's going to help me with pulling up the images. So he's working behind the scenes. Maybe we'll work on getting him on camera one day. But TC, I appreciate you. They can't hear you. He gives me the thumbs up. We're on. So let's get into the first segment here. And we're going to talk about the biggest bet we have made this year. Zero sweat. Zero sweat. If you're part of the community, you already know. But this shit cashed faster than a divorced dad's tax return. All right? And if you're new to the episode, I do want to mention this. I just want to throw this in there as well. If I don't offend you, I'm doing something wrong. So keep your panties in a fucking bunch and keep them to yourself. Dirty, crusty old panties. Anyways, let's get into the show. So have you ever placed a bet before that was so fucking effortless? Like if you didn't turn the game on soon enough, you would have missed it. Okay, max bet, no flinch. Hell, I told Franklin. Franklin's our degenerate from Chicago. I told him to bet his whole bankroll. Why? Because he's crazy like that. But yeah, he did it. Now you're probably wondering what the bet was. Well, the bet was a first inning bet. TC, throw it up there on the screen for the folks. We took an over in the first inning of the Boston Red Sox Anaheim Angels game. Basically every boost and promo around town. We placed this with, we're showing you right here. Zoom in a little bit on that, Ted, for us. If you can, maybe you can't. He's new. It's his first day on the job. Give him a break, folks. Give him a break. But anyways, if you can see that here, it's a little small on my screen. Maybe it's better on your screen. There you go. My man is working hard for his money. He's pro bono, or he's getting boned the pro way. I don't know, something like that. TC, we appreciate you being here. But yeah, that was the bet we smashed. If you weren't on that bet, you're an idiot. And I'll tell you why you're an idiot. Because it was the first perfect grade we've had all year. Bet a house payment, bet a car payment would be nothing I would ever tell you to do. I would never tell you to bet 20, 25% of your bankroll at one play. Except for yesterday, I did this one time. One time! I didn't even watch the game. I didn't need to yell at the game. I didn't do nothing. But I'll tell you what happened was, first pitch swinging, home run, top of the first. I've said it before on the show, and I'll say it again. I always like the top. But if you can't get the top, make sure you finish in the bottom. All right? The other bet that we're gleaming, riding high with, enjoying the fruits of our labor is Captain America. Keegan Bradley won the Travelers, and it was a hell of a finish. Poor Tommy Fleetwood Mac. I will have the ticket for Tommy when he does win. I didn't have a ticket on Tommy this tournament. He didn't win. Can you throw that ticket up there for us, TC? But Keegan Bradley, we cashed at 35-1 odds. And frankly, I think I got in a little late on Wednesday. But post in the community. I'm pretty sure most people. TC, they can't hear you, but did you tail this play too? Thumbs up? Thumbs down? Thumbs up. He gives me a thumbs up. TC says he was on Keegan Bradley as well at 35-1 odds. We saw it. It's a soft course. He was a Northeast, New England native. He's been great with the irons. And I'm telling you, the books, I think we're sleeping a little bit. Kind of like giving your toddler a shot of Jack Daniels, if you please. Jack Daniels, if you please. It's a little, I fucking just went retarded. What the, come on. David Allen Coe. I would say thank you, TC, but he didn't say that in my ear. He's got to help me. TC, this is where you got to learn. You got to learn when I'm stumbling and bumbling and fumbling, trying to think of movie references and radio references. You got to be on the spot for me. Smoked too much weed. I can't remember everything. All right. This is going to be a pretty short episode, I think, because I think I'm already on to the fourth segment. We're just ripping and rolling. But let's get into some actual bets. Place some dinero. And I'm not going to go daily here with you. And I'll tell you why I'm not going to go daily plays here with you. And I might not do daily plays on the podcast because you can watch the shorts. The shorts, I'm going to give out the highest graded play. But more importantly, these have a little more evergreen effect, meaning you don't have to watch it right when I record it. You can watch it the next day and the information will still be relevant. So we're going to maybe focus a little bit on some more futures bets. We're going to focus on maybe some more longer term investments, as they like to say. But the theme of this segment is going to be all about fading the public. We bet players. We bet rosters. We don't bet trends. We don't bet what your Uncle Jimmy told you at the fucking cookout last Sunday. By the way, how is Jimmy doing? But let's jump into it. Ted, if you can put this on the screen as I go about it, and we'll kind of work with what we have. But we're going to start with the NL East. Now, you know I'm a plus money player, baby. So who's the favorite in the NL East? Ted, you want to pull that up for me, TC? I believe it is the Phillies. Philadelphia Phillies. Now it's loaded. Come on. Zoom in there a little bit for me. They probably, my screen's small. They can probably see that. But anyways, Philly is the favorite. I do believe there. Is that what that says? Give me a thumbs up, Ted. My man. All right. And the Mets. The Mets is the team we're going to take, though. I see, and I can't see. But from last night, it was plus 130. Ted, is that what it says on the screen right now? For the people at home? Thumbs up. I like this. We might have to get you a speaking roll here, TC. I have to get you a speaking roll. So plus 130. It's not, great odds, but I don't love Phillies pitching. Again, things are going to change with the after the All-Star break, trade deadline. Guys are moving. So things can happen. Things can change. I look to see that the Phillies and the Metropolitans of the New York region are buyers come trading block. All right, let's move over. Can you pull up there, Ted? Not to win the division, but to make the American League Championship Series. So this means to play for the right to go to the World Series, just to make that series. Does that make sense? Let me see if I can say that differently. The last two American League teams left, okay, they're going to play each other. I need one of those teams to be the Seattle Mariners. Daddy, can you get on the screen for me or no? He's working. He's working on it, folks. Plus 420. At least that's what it was last night when I looked at it. By the way, when I tell you these are when I'm doing the bets the day before. So the odds could change and are subject to change by the time you're watching this show. Ted, there it is. Perfect. I was just going to say if he's still working. He's got it for us, folks. First day on the job, he's already being a fucking rock star. So anyways, it was 420. What does this say on there right now? I can't see shit. Ted, what is it? What is the to win the or to play for the American League? I don't think you got the right screen up there. Let me see if I can zoom mine in so we see what we're even looking at here. All right. I don't want them to win the American League. I want them just to make the American League Championship Series. So this ain't the right screen. So let's go to scroll up for me. Now keep me up on the screen. Keep me up on the shared screen. We'll work through this together here. So for those that don't know, TC, he lives in a state where DraftKings is not a legal option. So I'm going to have to help him navigate here a little bit just because this is probably first time. So we're going to go to reach. Yep, you had it right there. To reach LCS. Click on that for me. Bingo. Scroll down slightly. They got the Tigers. They got the Yankees. Oh, it moved to 425. So it was 420. So, okay, we're a nickel difference. But Seattle Mariners, that's the bet right there. You got your cursor on that there, Ted? Right there, yep. Seattle Mariners plus 425 now. You see the D right here. The Detroit. I got little faith in my boys come fall. I don't. The Yankees, it's going to be pitching. Bats are going to be, it's colder weather. Bats might not be as powerful in the fall time. And we already talked about the Houston Astros. puking on themselves. Look, they play all their games at home so far. They got a good winning record at home. Let's get them on the road. Let's get those trash can banging fuck bags down there in Houston on the road. All right, let's move on. So those are the two futures bets like that. Now, if you can pull up on the screen here, Ted, the World Series, to win the World Series odds. If you scroll up just slightly there, champion button, hit the champion button. Nope, right there. Oh, yep, perfect. Dodgers. See the Dodgers right there, everybody? They're plus 260. That's retarded. It's downright stupid. Downright stupid. You could pick any other of those other fucking teams on that list, and you got a better EV, return on investment. 2.5 times this season plays out. The Dodgers have got to win it all for you to break even. I'm going to tell you right now, it's baseball, folks. They won last year, right? Well, I think so. Was it last year or 2 years they won? Last year, I think it was they won. It's the first time ever since I've been doing this that I haven't had the winning futures World Series winner. And here's what I'll tell you. This is why it's also stupid to be betting the Dodgers now at plus 260. Because guess what? Let's fast forward to the start of playoffs. Playoffs! Yeah, start of the playoffs. They're going to be about plus 250 then, too. The odds aren't going to change. You're retard. If you're betting them now. Wait! I wouldn't even hate you so much if you took the Yankees plus 600. I'm not a fan of the Detroit. Detroit. I mean, that's my team, but I don't know. I'm not so fast. And I'm already kind of shitting on the Phillies. See, what I do is each episode I can shit on different teams, and eventually I'll shit on all 30 teams, and then, you got to be right eventually. New York Metropolitans, that says 950 there. Maybe the juice is worth the squeeze. I don't like the Cubs. The Giants could be sneaky. That's a long shot. Tampa Bay, go look at the numbers. Ted, can you do this real quick? You were not playing for this at all. Can you pull up ESPN standings, Major League Baseball standings on ESPN? Can you do this on the fly for me? While he does that, let me talk a little bit. So the reason we don't like the Dodgers, okay, is because people, you at home, they like to bet on what they watch. They like to bet on what they know. Well, guess what? Vegas ain't stupid, baby. DraftKings, FanDuel, they ain't stupid. They fucking jack the odds around for you because they know that. That's why Scotty Scheffler, we talk about this every week, Scotty Scheffler. Did you bet on him again this week, you loser? He was plus 250. All right, Ted, pull it up for me here. I think he's got the standings here for you. Un momento, por favor. I feel like it's coming right there. Bang! All right. If you can zoom in a little bit for the peoples at home, and more importantly for me. There we go. Okay. So, they're perfect. Yep, there we go. So, we were talking... Get it back on track, Ted. What was I saying? Why do we want to see this? Oh, because Tampa Bay. All right, Tampa Bay run differential. That's got a plus 70. Don't sleep on the Tampa Bay Rays. I don't know if that's what I was supposed to be talking about, but let's scroll down. Scroll down for me here. Yeah, keep it on the same screen. There we go. And so Detroit, plus 82 run differential. We'll see how they fare come August. Start in middle of August. Keep your eye on Detroit. I think if they're going to fade, that's when they start fading. But fuck, they might have the division wrapped by then. Talk about wrapping it. Do that before you tap it. Move down to the West. And what I like about the West is you see this here run differential for Houston, 46, which is, we've seen the other numbers. That's nothing sexy. Seattle's plus 21. Look at, you think I was shitting a dick here. Look, it tells you right there on the screen. Home record for Houston, 27-13. What's the away record? 8. They're losers on the road. Now, it doesn't show you up on here, but I'm going to tell you also, they got a losing record versus teams over 500. Fade fucking Houston. They got to go on the road. They've played 40 at home. They played 38 on the road. That's a little close to even. Seattle, consistent, 28-19, 28-18. Steady, consistent. Steady. Scroll down. Let's go to here. We already had a bet. Well, since we're here, let's talk about the Metropolitans as well. See the Phillies plus 41, plus 60. Only a game and a half back. Metropolitans. Losers on the road. I didn't realize that till now. That makes me a little nervous. But this is what we're really betting on. You see that L10 on the right where your cursor's at? There's your cursor over there. That's my cursor. Sorry. Where your cursor's at, TC? Yeah, thank you. Right there. Appreciate you highlighting that. That is why we're taking the Metropolitans. Because if you would have bet this before they went 1 for 9, they were minus money, right? And I think I even said in an episode, I don't like them. But at the plus money number, actually, fuck. Do I have, and I might, I'm half retarded. I think I have both the Phillies and the Mets plus money to win the East. I believe I did that on another episode. Do you recall, Ted? He's shaking his head. No, he don't watch the show. What he's having a hard time just producing the show. He don't watch the show. All right, let's scroll down to the Central. We already shitted on the Cubs. We know the Cincinnati Red Stockings, but let's look at the numbers so the people can see. Look at this. Look at all that green. That's a tough division. A lot of run differential. But Cincinnati is literally right in line with Milwaukee and St. Louis. Now, you're going to see 90 out of the Cubbies there. They've had some huge fucking run games in there. Big things. But, again, looking here at Cincinnati, 6-4. I mean, this is a tough division. But I just don't – I think – and this is a thought. This is no data. This is just me speaking out of my ass a little bit here. I think the Cubbies falter. Kind of like Detroit. And look, I don't want Detroit to falter, but I think Detroit and Chicago have a rough August. Still too young. Good coaching. AJ, Craig Counsell, both good coaches respectively. By the way, off on a tangent, and we're going to test TC here, see if he can pull this up on the fly. Craig Counsell's son just graduated some school. See if he can pull up this kid. This kid's a stud. He's going to get, I think he was drafted or is just going to be drafted. Pay attention coming up through the minor leagues. Craig Counsell's son, can't think of his name. Ted may or may not be able to pull this up for me in time. But why he does that, like I said, Tampa Bay Rays, sneaky. They're doing well. Dodgers, avoid the Dodgers. There he is. Look at this kid. Brady is his name. Yeah, Brady Counsell. Yeah, right there. Remember that name, folks. Yeah, he went to Kansas, Jayhawk. I think he was a senior. Yeah, he was a senior. He's like a shortstop or third baseman or something. But yeah, keep your eye out. Not today, not tomorrow. Give me like 3 years. So we're 2015, 2028. You'll hear about him in 2028. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. All right, let's move on to the next segment. Now, we have some call-ins. Is that correct, Ted? Just give me the thumbs up if you got those teed up and ready to go. He does. Okay. So I haven't heard these. This is the first time I'm hearing these. So I don't have a response plan. So we're just going to kind of whip it out and see if she takes it. You know what I mean? We have one from Justin, right? Justin is a repeat customer. Justin did before, right? Justin Longenberger. And they can't hear you, but who's the other one from? Tony. Do we know Tony's last name? Didn't leave a last name? No last name. Tony, the anonymous Tony. Okay, so whatever. Tony. And I think he's from the East Coast or so. He's got an East Coast accent is what Eddie was telling me. All right, so let's play. Which one do you want to play first? Doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I don't know which either one's. All right, let's go with. Oh, you don't have the Justin one teed up. All right, let's do the Tony one first. I'll shut up here and listen.
Yo, Your Highness. I don't even know what to say, man. I tell that first inning bet you dropped yesterday, I threw 500 on it. Never bet more than 100 in my life. First pitch, first swing, boom, run scores.
Boom, baby.
Is this real? I just made $1,500 on betting sports yesterday. My girl thought I was having a stroke. You're a legend. This ain't just betting. This is art. Thank you. I'm all in. We win. You win for life.
I think I got set up. You think that was real, TC? I don't know if that was real. I think we got played a little bit there. Anyways, but that's true. We did hit a big bet, so the information said was correct, but I don't know. That didn't seem authentic, did it? Anyways, you got the Justin one teed up for us as well. But anyways, I appreciate it. Let me tell Tony, if Tony is actually legitimate and that was real, I don't want to shit on nobody's. Tony's, I appreciate it. I'm glad. I don't know a fucking Tony in the chat, though. That's what's throwing me off, right? I don't think we have a Tony there. I don't know. I think we're getting played around here, but it's true information. Tony Soprano, sure, we'll call him Tony Soprano, making that cash. Everybody should have been making that cash in that first inning bet. All right, Justin, I know for a fact is real. Hell, I went to high school with this guy. Bitch, he's yelling at me. Sorry, I didn't mean bitch you to peoples. I mean bitch TC over here saying I didn't send you. It's already in your email, brother. You got to scroll down. I already know what. Sorry. Hopefully this gets edited out, but I'm talking to you, TC. In the email, you got to scroll down slightly below. It's in the email. It should say new voicemail or something like that. Yep. All right. Get that teed up for us here. Give us a second for TC to get that teed up. And Justin. Now, by the way, while he's getting that teed up, you the peoples, I need you to keep calling. Maybe not so much like Tony, more like Justin. But 480-269-7423. And I'll give that to you again. Nobody's answering the phone. Just leave the voicemail. 480-269-7423. I say the jokes again, but I'll say it. 480, that's Phoenix, baby. That's easy to remember. 269. It does take 2 to 69. 74. I think we figured out that was Skinner. And 23 is Michael Jordan. There you go. That's the number. Teddy, baby, you got it ready to go yet, or are we still working on it? I think he's got it ready to go. Here it comes.
Hey, Your Highness.
Justin, paid community member.
As you know, I'm a huge baseball guy. I know you are as well. But for as big of a fan as I am, you have to admit that Major League Baseball has several problems. Namely, right, they have the failed TV deals. They have the constant arguing back and forth with the players' union, with the work stoppages. They fail to market their biggest names. I could go on and on. I personally blame Selig and Manfred, the two most recent commissioners of baseball. If you were commissioner and next commissioner of baseball, what would you do to change baseball? Peace.
He would give me a fucking question where I got to actually come up with a response on the spot here. Okay. So the question essentially was, what would I do if I was the next commissioner of baseball, based around, the current problems that Major League Baseball he laid out there for you folks. Here's number one. You got to make it more accessible. It's a very regional game, and that's cool, right? If you're in Boston, right, you're a big Sox fan. If you're in Chicago, you pick the enemy, whatever way. If you're in Detroit, right, you're hooked on the Tigers. But guess what? Nobody in Michigan gives a fuck what the Tampa Bay Rays are doing, and they're putting on a good year. Nobody in Georgia cares what the Cincinnati Reds are doing. But they're putting on a sneaky good. I'm high on the Cincinnati Reds. Stick with me on that one. So here's what I'll tell you. As the commissioner, I need to make it less regional. There's nothing wrong with regional, but got to make it more. I want people in the state of New York to want to watch the Dodgers games. I want people in the state of Washington to watch the Florida teams. I want the teams in Texas to have a rooting interest against the Cardinals. Or you see what I'm saying? I want the fan, as the commissioner, the next commissioner of baseball, I want the fans, the peoples, I want them more involved. Also, any child under the age of 16. So once you hit driver's license, you can take yourself to the game. You can pay for the game. But any child, free entry to any Major League ballpark when accompanied by a guardian. And because people will get this out of control. So this is the rule. 2 kids per 1 adult, 1 guardian. So if a dad wants to take 2 kids, that's fine. But if they got 4 kids, then mom or somebody else has got to come. Because I can't have the school bus driver pulling up with half the fucking elementary school. You see what I'm saying? Just because he wants to watch a little baseball. Field trip! So that would be first. Get the kids more involved. The more you can get the interest. Let me get off on a tangent here for a second. I was having a different conversation with a different person about how women's golf is just littered with a bunch of Asians and names you can't pronounce. And I said, it's real simple. We got the female talent here in this country. They're not getting introduced to it in time. If we had more programs like they do kind of for the boys on the golf side of things, I'm telling you, we'd have a much better American base of female golfers in this country. The talent's there. They're focusing their energies elsewhere as 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old girls. That we got the talent in this country. This country's fucking huge. We got a million people in every fucking county, it seems like. Right? How we got, like 300 million in this country or something stupid? So if you allow the girls to have more access to golf when they're 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, I guarantee you have a lot better LPGA American-based thing. And here's the thing. You could say whatever the fuck you want, and if this offends somebody, good. Fuck you. I don't give a shit. Look, I don't know, but maybe 2 or 3 LPGA broads, and I do this, okay? I bet you, Ted, hold up how many fingers you can hold up. How many LPGA broads can you name right now? Just by how many by fingers? 2 or 3, 2.5, 3. Yeah. You got Nelly Corda, right? I know her. You got some Thompson bitch. I can't think of her. Oh, fuck me. I'm struggling to come up with a third. I know them. They'll come to me later, but Charlie, the chick, the chain smoking out there, Charlie, not Charlie Hoffman, that's a guy. Anyways, my point is, you look at the leaderboard, you can't pronounce, there's not one name on a LPGA leaderboard that you go, wow, I want to go watch her and cheer for her. No. No. I'm sorry. It is what it is. You can hate me if you want, but if you want to grow the sport, you got to make it more accessible. I say this about the hockeys, too. The teams that got the guys with more pronounceable names tends to pick up the casual fan. They see a name like Bravosky or some of these, Eastern European bloc names. They're tough to pronounce. You don't get real excited going, yay, number 72. No. Fucking kill my windpipe there. You do get excited going, Draisaitl with the goal. Or, fucking Corda, fucking with the hole in one. Or, when you associate, this is why the NBA took off like it did. And talking about commissioners, let's get this back on topic. David Stern, I thought, was a great commissioner for the NBA. Adam Silver, not so much. I think he was smart, stern. It's going to backfire him now a little bit, and I think his Silver doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He said, let's make the name on the back of the jersey mean something, right? He started promoting the players. And now what you got now, this is the truth. This is the world we live in. While teams have their, the Knicks or the Pacers, right? They got the teams they like for. More and more we see the younger generation not liking teams, but liking players. There's a kid right now just became a Houston fan. Houston Rockets. Just because KD went there. For no other reason. Because KD went there. That's why. That's basketball. Do that with girls golf. Do that with some of these other sports. Start attaching the fandom to the player. Golf is easy. What fucking teams? Unless you're living life good out there on the LIV Tour. There's no teams. We played teams in hockey. We played teams in basketball. And then this is the only, if you can see it. Can they see that, Ted? Can they see that over my shoulder? Give me the thumbs up if they can. Thank you. That's the greatest American golf team ever put together. In my lifetime, at least. It's the Ryder Cup. Was that 99? Fuck, I'm getting the year wrong. Yeah, 99. 1999, we all thought the world was going to come to a thing with a little thing called Y2K. Where were you at? I think I was in like the 5th or 6th grade. 6th grade, I think. If you're older than me, and you would have been an adult at Y2K, what did you do? You empty your bank account like a fucking idiot? Probably. All right, let's move on to segment number 5, TC. Let's keep the show. Did I answer Justin's question, by the way? I think maybe I didn't fully. My quick answer would be TV markets, get rid of all these stupid fucking apps and everything else and make the game more accessible. Stop pimping and blacking out shit. Make the game more accessible. That's number one. Number two, make it more accessible for the kids. Make it more accessible for the girls, the young girls. I mean, obviously the boys too, but the young girls. Get them interested in the game young. You know, maybe that translates to softball. Maybe they play baseball. It doesn't matter. Ultimately, as the commissioner, I don't care what they do in Little League. I want to turn them into lifelong fans. Now, some parks do this already, but maybe more. I know Detroit does this for a fact, and I think more teams do it. They have the field days where the kids, it's an afternoon Wednesday game or something. Bust the kids in from the local schools. It's a give-back program. I'm sure you can write it off. Get the kids. Look, see Riley Green hit a home run in Detroit. Bang. Fan for life. Hooked. That's all I'm saying. All right. I think that answers Justin's question more than enough. Let's move to segment number 5. And Ted, I'm going to need you to tee this up for us as well. We're heading to the NFL, the No Fun League. It's a little early, but I told you guys, I want these episodes to mean something later on, and this will mean something to you, whether you're watching this today, tomorrow, or next week, even next month. These should still be valued spots. If you could pull it up for me here, Ted, while we go through it. We're going to start in the AFC North. Now, before I jump in and start giving you out winners here, you do need to know, and this has gone on for at least the last 10 years, maybe longer. On average, 8 teams that made the playoffs last year in the NFL will not, let me say that again, will not make the playoffs this year. That's just the numbers, folk. I don't know why or why. I do know why, because there's a lot of parity and the schedules change. I know that's why. All right. Now, the lines moved a little bit here, but we're going to start in the AFC North. You know who we don't like? We don't like Baltimore. We don't like the Baltimore Ravens. We like the Bungles. Cincinnati Bungles, I think they're going to be healthy. Give me a good Burrow spinning the ball. I think we will finally see some regression from Henry, right? He's still on Baltimore, I think, right, Henry? Derrick Henry? Ted? He says yes. Okay. Lamar Jackson maybe gets injured. I'm not saying he will. Could. I don't know. There's no value at minus 145. The 230. And I think you can find this probably at 250 or something better. The Bengals. Steelers, shit show. Who knows what's quarterback in there? And the Browns. The Browns. Let's just move on. All right. NFC South. Can you scroll me all the way down? Nope. You had it going the other way. Go the other way. Nope. You went the wrong way. Keep going. There you go. Bang. No, that's AFC South. NFC South. There you go. Bang. Perfect. Okay. So, a lot of turnover. Tampa Bay, right? Were they impressive last year, Ted? No, they weren't. He said thumbs down, right? Tampa Bay, not impressive. They made the playoffs. They won. They won the division, right? They won the division. I'm going off memory here. Give me a thumbs up if I'm right. He says yes. Okay. So, kind of fluky. And who's the quarterback? Baker? Is Baker still the quarterback? Yeah. What are we doing? Give me the Falcons. They got that kid they drafted. Can't think of his name. From Penix from Indiana. Now, I knew Ted was going to pop in there and say Washington, but he's from Indiana, folks. He ended up in Washington. He ended up in Washington getting beat down by the Michigan Wolverines. Don't forget that bowl game, huh? National champion Michigan Wolverines. Holla at your boy. By the way, if you see on my shoulder, that's my little Wolverine buddy. All right. I don't love him, but he can be a good system quarterback. He's not going to get you in trouble. He'll keep you safe. It's the NFL. Weird shit's going to happen. Hell, you could throw some money on the Saints. I think 2 teams, if you want to take a flyer, like I think there's some extra value there. The Tennessee Titans out of Nashville, Tennessee, and the New Orleans Saints, well, out of New Orleans. Over on team totals wins. Are you able to pull that up for me there, TC? I got to find a name that works for you. TC, Teddy Bear, Big Teddy, Big T. Ooh, Big T. Ooh, Big T. I like maybe a Big T. I like a good T. Does that work? Okay. I'm stalling for the kid. He's trying to get this graphics pulled up for me here. We want to look at DraftKings, I think, would be the best place maybe to go. Futures bets. if you want to just put up on the screen here, and I'll walk you through it, Ted, on the DraftKings. Can you pull up the DraftKings screen you had up there? All right, here it comes. All right, so scroll up to the top of the page there. And we're going to go to, oh, you already have it right there. Look at you. You already had it ready to go. So let's get to the Saints and the Titans. And I think it's alphabetical by city or state. So a T, we got to get to the T's and we got to get to the N's. N's and I guess N comes first, right? No. Nobody said there would be a fucking grammar test here today. We're in the N's there. I think, there you go, Saints. All right, right there, stopping on the Saints. Okay, I think they'll get 3 wins. Yeah, for sure, definitely. Actually, 7-win team. I didn't look what it is. I like 7-win team. Now, they jumped 2 there. Yeah, I think 7-win team. Plus 160. Book it. We just added the bet. We just added a bet to the show like that on the spot. I think Saints. They play what? 18 games now? 19 games? Ted, how many games are they playing out? 18 regulars. 19 weeks, 18 games, right? 19 weeks, 18 games, right? One bye week. I think he's giving me the green light, yes. So that means they got to go 7-11, if my math's right, to win that bet. Plus money. NFL's fluky enough. You could fuck off and find 7 wins in there. So I like that. The other one, if you can get me down to Tennessee Titans. Because they're going to have that the Will Levis kid, right? That's the kid throwing the rock there for Tennessee, if I do believe. He's getting a little bit more under his belt. He's injury, come back off injury. I don't like this as much. I wanted to get the same line. I want to say if both these teams could go 7-11, we're, Ramalama ding dong. Do they win 6 games? I think for sure. But why are we taking minus 150? We don't even know what this team's going to look like. Yeah, let's do that, Ted. Let's pull up the Titans schedule. And why he does that, I'm going to throw this out there. I put this play out a month ago, and Ted, you don't need to bring it up right now while you're working on something else. I'll just talk them through it. But I do like for NFC offensive rookie of the year, Jackson Dart. And if you listen to the radio show, I did put this on the radio show too, and I'll tell you, I'll keep repeating myself. Jackson Dart it's a winnable job. It's a winnable job there in New York. I'm telling you, if you didn't watch him in college, and I watched most of, if not all of his games, the kid can spin the ball. I compare him, maybe not on the exact skill set, but the kind of career projection. Look, Dak Prescott's first year at Mississippi State, I said, this guy's going to be a Pro Bowler. And then he kind of faltered, ended up in the 5th round. He is a Pro Bowler. Right? You can say what you want. Maybe not a Hall of Famer, but he's a Pro Bowler. Jackson Dart, same thing. Give him the opportunity, I think he's going to make a Pro Bowler too. Maybe 3 or 4. But again, Giants are going to be good this year? Probably not. Rookie quarterback gets in from behind, starts chucking the ball over the field, padding those stats, making it look good. We already know with the Heisman giving it to fucking Hunter that, people just all about, let's look at numbers and not actually how you got the numbers, right? Play late at night enough, people don't pay attention. They just look at box scores, have no fucking clue. No fucking clue what's going on. It's amazing. Maybe I'm on the West Coast and I see all these West Coast games. But anybody that thought the Colorado Buffs had any fucking legitimate talent on that team is out your damn mind. Hunter is an NFL talent, don't get me wrong. He's not the Heisman, and his bullshit numbers didn't prove it. Fight me on it. I don't give a fuck. Sanders, 5th rounder, congratulations. Good job. Booty hole. Booty hole. All right, he beat me around. He did give me the Jackson Dart. He jumped on this. He was longer than that, but it's still at 35. I like it. Because who's ahead of him? Is that the whole list? Sanders and Harvey and Golden and Howard? Will Howard? Shit. Come on, man. You ever watch the Ohio State game last year? There you go. There it is. Okay, so Ward, obviously, that's a pretty obvious. I don't like the running back. Genty, Hunter, I will say the one thing is Hunter has the upside with special teams or some defensive scorers. He could play both sides. Look, we've seen them already. People suck on dick for a two-way player that's stats padded. Tyler Strout, I mean, come on, man. That kid ain't going to be in the league in 3 years, bro. A lot of these other skill player guys, Sanders, get the fuck out of here. No chance. No chance. Will Howard, get the fuck out of here. No chance. I'm telling you, I feel good. Colston Loveland was on there. No chance. But this is a guy, if you're playing fantasy football, Colston Loveland, get him. If you're playing fantasy football this year, get Colston Loveland on your fucking roster. You'll thank me later. Jackson Dart is going to be our rookie of the year, though. All right. Now, this was for the offense. That was for the whole fucking league, wasn't it? Yes or no, Ted? Yes. That's not actually the bet I like. I like him NFC Offensive Rookie of the Year. So the odds are probably not as that good, but there's less people to beat out. Because I think Genty, Hunter, and some of these other guys are all in the AFC, right? Cleveland's AFC, Jacksonville's AFC, Raiders. Raiders are AFC too, I think, right? I think they're in the West, AFC West. So that's that. Oh, you're going to pull up the not the Saints, the Titans. Thank you. Can you do that, please? I wonder to myself, Ted, as you're pulling this up, is it going to be weird because I'm kind of talking to you, but people can't hear anything you're saying, so they don't. That's why I said maybe next episode we get you on so they can at least hear your voice, so I don't sound like belong in an insane asylum or something here. All right, zoom in for me. Make it tighter. Get it right. Get it tight. Get in where you fit in. And some of you guys, I said this last week, I'll say it again. Some of you guys need to keep it to the A. You know what I mean? If you want it tight, keep it right. Finish in the bottom. All right, so here's the schedule. I need it zoomed in just a touch more for me. Maybe it's good for people at home, but I got real small screen minimized here with everything else going on. There you go. Perfect. All right, so they're giving me through this is last season, bro. This is, you got November 26, 2023? Type in your search bar. Yep, there you go. Bang. There you go. Perfect. Tighten in just a smidge for me. There you go. Perfect. All right, start me off. Those are preseason games in September. No, those are regular season games. So, Denver, I think, is going to be pretty decent. LA Rams will be decent. Colts are decent. Houston should be good. Arizona, I don't think will be good. Vegas, I don't think it's going to be that good. New England, I like Chargers. I like Chargers. Houston. They got a tough fucking matchup. I can't. We don't have to look any further. I can't. A couple easy games here late, maybe. I don't trust them. They got to go 8-10 for win that one bet. Is that what we were figuring out? They had to go 8-10, and they got a game over flex game there with Jacksonville late in the year. Got the Chiefs. Got the San Francisco 49ers. They got a tough year. I think maybe moving off the Tennessee. I'll retract my previous statement. I say maybe we just go with the Aints, the New Orleans Aints. So what did we say? 7 wins over 6.5 was plus money. I like it. By the way, this is the time of the year, and this is why I wanted to kind of do it now because we're end of June. I mean, this is where real money's made, right? You're not waiting to October to play Jackson Dart, Rookie of the Year. You're not going to get the kind of odds we're getting now. Your bookie's on fucking vacation. We'll start unloading clips on his ass, eh? All right, guys, we're coming up on 40 minutes. I like to keep these under an hour for everybody. But I want to leave you with this, and this is always, I find this hilarious. I'm not picking on any one person, so if you think I'm talking about you, maybe I am. Everybody is a fucking expert after the win. After the game's over, at halftime, everybody's, when you want to start putting your shit out ahead of time, we can see the winners. We can see the losers. That's what I do. That's what your Highness does. Winning or losing, good or bad, before the match, before the game. Now, obviously, live bets don't count because they're going on. I post it all. I post my bet slips. I post the ones I lean. So if I don't bet it, I'll tell you, hey, I'm not betting this, but I like this way. Look, I've never been in any of these other fucking communities, chats, paid services. I don't. But the people that come to me have, and they tell me, and this is their words. This is their words, not mine. It's the best. Now, what I do know from being in a little bit of business in my life, if you're carrying an 88% retention rate for last 2 years, it's pretty fucking good. That's pretty fucking good. But here's the deal. If you're one of these blokes, that's a good word, by the way, Ted. Blokes. If you're one of these blokes that hits a monster bet, post it. That's great. That's fine. We'll celebrate it. But don't start talking to me like your cousin or your Uber driver, right? Because I'll block you faster than your ex on fucking Venmo. All right, bitch? I eat, breathe, sleep. I do this every day. Every fucking day. I wipe my ass with losing bet slips, okay? You don't need toilet paper. That's enough paper there. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Before we really get into the kickoff of the NFL season, because I'll have college football previews here for you, I'll tell you who's going to win the conferences. I don't know if you've been around. I've had the Big Ten and the SEC winner every year so far we've been doing this, and I've had the national championship. I had Ohio State. I had Michigan. That was only 2 years. What did we do? It's only been 2 years. This will be our third year. So get it where you fit it, and we're fitting there nice. All right. I'll leave you with this, and then I got to get the fuck out of here. Ted, you're going to have to edit this shit for me. Here's your rule of thumb. If you ain't cashing with us, if you ain't in the circle, just hit the subscribe button. It's free. It's the YouTubes. It don't cost you nothing. I'm going to try to make you monies. It's not a free trial like OnlyFans. But do me a favor. Hit the like button. Okay. And then Justin or Tony, we think Tony's fake, but maybe Tony's real. You both are eligible for a $20 free bet for calling in and leaving a voice message. But you have to be subscribed, like today's video, and comment, those three things, and comment on today's video. If you're able to do that before the day is up, today is the 24th, one of you, and I have a feeling Tony's not real, so Justin's probably going to win this thing, gets a $20. And I'm going to do that every week, every show. And actually, I forgot. Mark hopefully confirmed with me. UFC show on Thursday. Send in your UFC questions for Mark. It's just going to be UFC only. Just peppering him with questions. So, anyways, that's my time. This is way too long. And I'll catch you back here Thursday. Peace!
Your wife is out here auto-subscribing to gluten-free dog biscuits. Buys how many Starbucks a week? And what the hell is with this organic birdseed that the Amazon driver keeps dropping off? But you're too much of a bitch to sign up for something that actually makes you money? Sign up now at WeWinYouWin.com. Promo code LET'S GO.